Pisceans. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the Crow Tarot. We are going to be doing your second half of May. General reading here. We're going to start off with some animal energy, just like I like it. And then we'll go right into the tarot. All right, let's see. What is the animal energy for Power? Well, that took 2 seconds. Oh my gosh. Do you know, I don't think the unicorn has ever come up for a general reading I've done for the channel before. You are the first, and I love it. And I just, this is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy with the unicorn. Okay, let's talk about it. Number one, unicorn for me, well, let's state the obvious, shall we? This is magic. This is magical influence. It's a magical time of life. Okay, I'm getting the full moon in Scorpio. I have a feeling I'm going to be talking about this full moon in Scorpio a lot today. Just a feeling. But I really, because this full moon in Scorpio that is coming up this weekend, on Saturday, the 18th, I believe, for me. It's going to be, you guys are water sign, right? So the full moon will affect us all in different and various ways. I feel like for some of the other water signs, it may be somewhat of a, I don't want to say a difficult illumination, but one of those things where you can't unknow what you know and you can't unsee what you see, and then you're responsible for taking measured steps around what you see and come to know around the influence of this full moon in Scorpio. I feel like for you guys, this is going to be this full moon in Scorpio, either during it or as a result of it. It just feels like a nice warm bubble bath with jets and rosehip and lavender and essential oil, and you got your candles going, and you got, you know, your glass of, you know, Pinot or whatever, tea, whatever. I feel like that's how it's going to be for you, or as a result of this full moon in Scorpio. So basically my long and drawn out point is I think this is going to be a very magical moon for you, which is beautiful because this is all about magic. But you know what the unicorn also represents for me is psychic gifts. So these can be psychic gifts that children around you have. Like you could be dealing, working, in contact with, have children that are psychically inclined. Or this could be calling you. You could be remembering or drawing back up psychic abilities that you had as a child that maybe have, you know, been a little bit dormant. Because if you think about it, as a child, children are incredibly, incredibly sensitive and receptive to, you know, the other realm, to psychic influence, to all of, you know, all of that good, right? It's as children, when we're told that what we see isn't real and what we feel isn't you know, we start hearing all of these things from these adults, right? Where it's like, oh, no, you don't see that. That's not a ghost over there in that corner. You're just seeing things. Or no, that's, you know, that's not going to happen. You're just, right? It's that kind of stuff that comes to us as children that we grow into adulthood. And sometimes we can leave behind and forget these psychic abilities that we had as children. So I feel like this is, you know, a call for you guys in one aspect or context to really think about what you were naturally good at intuitively, okay? Well, artistically as well, actually. I'm getting artistically as well. What you are intuitively and or artistically good at as a child. To really look at that. What were your strengths in your childhood before you went and grew up and had to pay bills and you know, you met with your guidance counselor and you had to talk about what your practical plan of action was, right? The unicorn represents the absolute opposite of practicality. This is at its essence a purity and a receptivity to magic. I mean, hi. Sign me up. All right. Let's see what's going on for you guys. But the unicorn, oh, absolutely love it. But it is pure, it is sweet, it's sensitive, it's childlike, right? I love it. It does feel like a lovely and welcome shift. What's going on for Pisces for second half of May? Justice. Hello, Major Arcana, right out the gate here. Hello. Justice. Balancing, right? balancing and the accomplishment and victory that comes from leading a balanced life, but also balancing out those areas in your life that, I don't know, need to be balanced, right? So are you working a little too much and not playing enough? That could definitely be the message of the unicorn as well, right? I want you to think of, okay, so they're showing me this, and I'm just gonna go with it. They just showed me an image of a unicorn working in a cubicle in an office and having to meet deadlines. Do you see how ridiculous that image is? That's what's coming to me with this. So you really might be called to like balance your work with play in a big way. Your childlike sense of wonder. Perhaps taking some time to roam freely, even under the light of this full moon coming up here, could be especially beneficial for you. You know, justice also speaks of dynamics, decisions that were not necessarily fair coming in to be righted, right? If there was, you know, I'm getting something specific. If there was a job that you were up for, but you didn't get it because someone was sneaky and did something they weren't supposed to do, or a relationship that was, you know, was kind of affected by external stimulus that was not of the highest and best good, universe is going to come in and right that, okay? Anything that, you know, was yours, that you really earned, that you really wanted, that you worked hard for, but maybe didn't come to you in the way that you were hoping that it would, or that it was looking like it would, universe is going to come in and make that right? Present you with something better, honestly. What else is going on for Pisces? 5 of Pentacles. Okay, let's talk about this. Remember what I just said about things that were yours or felt like they were yours that you really put the hard work in on, or that were really lining up to, you know, be received by you. I do feel like there's some disappointment around, like it feels like there was either a job or a person or something, even a home or a contract, something that was really looking like it was yours and that you'd put in the work to receive, and then something got caught in the spokes. Someone interfered, or there was an interference of some kind that I'm just going to say it was unfair. It felt unfair. It was unfair, right? This is that 5 of Pentacles is like, wow, I missed out on something that really felt like mine. Because sometimes we air quote, lose out on something, and then we realize pretty quickly, oh, that isn't, you know what, I'm glad I didn't get that, because that would have kept me from, this other opportunity or this other person or this other place, right? This kind of feels like it really felt like it was really yours, and there was an interference of some kind. Someone around you interfered, something like that. And the universe is coming in to kind of balance that out in a beautiful way. Let's see what else is going on. The unicorn also speaks of miracles, by the way, and I just want to, what I mean by miracle is like something happening where there was you just did not see that coming. You don't even know how that worked. It just feels like, but it's like, wow, that was a true miracle. I have no idea how that worked out, but like, wow. And it's this feeling of there is this greater power that is stepping in and intervening and interceding on your highest and best good, because you are pure of heart and intention, and the universe, whoever that is for you, is coming in to give you due reciprocity for that, right? And I want to point something out. You got the Knight of Swords here. I want to point something out. See this sword here flying through the air? Do you see the mirror with the unicorn's horn here? Can you see that? Yeah. And do you see how they're two like white horses? And I'm kind of obsessed with this mirroring here that's going on. But I feel like this fairness, this rightness is going to come, and it's going to allow you to kind of move forward in this way where you just feel like you're in your power. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're very much in your power. And do you notice how this horse here has his eyes kind of covered up? You don't even necessarily, it's like this like leap of faith, like blasting into the unknown, because you just don't necessarily need to know like what's going to happen. You just have blind faith. You just know that the universe is very much working for you in your favor, right? And a lot of this could come to you, like I said, around this full moon in Scorpio. It's kind of beautiful, actually. Also, I'm getting there's a canary on this horse here. Canary is very much about using your voice, and, they would be in the cold mines and kind of alert when there was danger on the horizon, or, and I really feel like for you guys, there's something here that needs to be expressed by you that you haven't been saying, haven't been able to say, haven't had the words to say. And I feel like you're being called to absolutely communicate that coming forward here. I really feel like it has something to do with something that was unfair or unjust or just felt a little swarmy with the way it went down. Let's get a clarifier for this justice here. Why don't we, though? Eight of Pentacles, and I was feeling that this had something to do with work or something to do with, remember, you put work into it. Your intentions were pure. You earned this, whatever this was that seemed to fall through your fingers or not go quite the way, or it went to somebody else or someone else stepped in and rearranged things. It does feel like something that you worked towards and that you earned. It feels like this is something you earned. And we do have the Pentacles here. The Eight of Pentacles is very much about, the work, putting in the good work, right? But doing so in a way that is, up to speed, that is just work that is well done, basically, right? No slacking here. Work, 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 right? Coffee break. Okay. So let's get a clarifier, because we have a couple Pentacles here. Let's get a clarifier for this Five of Pentacles here. Why don't we, though? The Tower. So, you know what I like to say about the Tower? The Tower is the great rearranger, right? As in the universe being the great rearranger. So this is something that, it's unexpected. It's definitely something that had you feeling like you were left out, out of something, separated from something that was yours that you very much wanted to be a part of or receive, right? And then this Tower came in, it was like, wow, I really didn't see that coming. Sometimes we do have to be brought to our knees to get that clean slate. They're pointing something out. Excuse me. So, you know how children, oh my gosh, they're showing me something really funny, actually. So imagine a 5-year-old goes to a tarot reader. Goes to a tarot reader. And the tarot reader's like, okay, well, what questions do you have? Do you have any questions for me? And the child says, what's your favorite color? The reader's like, no, not about me, but for yourself. Like, do you have any questions for you about what's going to happen? And the child is just looking at this tarot reader like, and is my mommy gonna say yes to, pizza tonight for dinner? The reader's like, what? And the point of this, why they're showing me this, is because children have very little concern, especially at a certain age, about what is going to happen in the future, right? They may care about what's for dinner when they're really, I'm talking about young, okay? And I feel like you're really being called to kind of take on that aspect and not really worry about what is coming up for you too far in the future, because it really feels like, especially with this Tower energy here, I feel like from day to day, it really feels like these energy, and again, you have fast moving energy here with this Knight of Swords here. I really feel like it's going to happen at you very quickly. So you spending any time trying to foresee what's coming up for you right now, it's not that it's not going to be in your best interest. It's just unnecessary. That's what it is. It's just unnecessary. So try to take this childlike energy here of just like, let me just focus on the present moment, is my point to that long and drawn out monologue, right? But it's kind of a funny image, right? But it's like, look at the world through that lens of like being in the present moment. For whatever reason, that is what you're being called to do right now. And I feel like you're gonna look back and go, oh my God, I had a much better time getting to where I was going because I really chose to be in the present moment, which is a luxury of children, right? We as adults don't always have that luxury, right? Okay, Knight of Swords. Clarifier for this. Oh, yes. 8 of Wands. This is what it is. Ascension, travel, and communication. Now, we have this paired, get over here. We have this paired with the Knight of Swords here. Yes, which is all about communication, truthful communication, fast incoming truth. I'm telling you, You are going to get what's yours with this Justice, this Eight of Pentacles. This is just a blip in the middle. You know what? This tells a very clear story. I don't think I can hold up all these cards at the same time, but let's just go through this. Justice with the Eight of Pentacles. Something that you were working towards or that you had absolutely earned through karmic, debt or whatever have you, right? Karmic return or actual work that you were doing that, this could be anything, but it really feels like something that you worked for, Eight of Pentacles, right? Something wasn't quite fair. Which takes you to the Tower and the Five of Pentacles. It threw you back for a second. You're like, wait. I was in my integrity. I did everything I was supposed to do, and then it didn't work out. What on earth, right? This feels like your faith is shaken. That's what this feels like. Faith is shaken, right? And then bada bing, bada bang, right? Into the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands here. This is upward ascension. Think about this in the traditional deck. It always looked like a ladder to me, right? Which is moving from one place of being, one mode of thinking, one given circumstance to another, and quickly. I also want to point out you have 2 eights here, don't you though? Which is the symbol for infinity and, abundance, really. When you see that, oh, okay, you really might be seeing the number 8 a lot, I'm hearing. Like you check out at the cash register and your total is like, 808 or whatever that is, right? I do feel like that. That is a number of monetary abundance. Let's talk about that, monetary abundance. Okay, you do have some pentacles here. But I really feel like everything is going to be righted, but it's going to be coming to you. It's not necessarily something that you have to go and chase, to get your justice. Let the universe work this out. Be in the moment and just appreciate it moment to moment without trying to project yourself into the future or think about what you can actively do to right the wrong that's been, done. Right? That's very much what this feels like. Let's get an oracle for you guys. I am feeling this one. This is the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. Let's see what's going on. All right, Oracle from a Pisces. Oh my God, I just got frickin' shivers. Oh my God. Guys. Matt, fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Do you see her hold? Can you see that? Do you see she's holding scales? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? 2 scales here? I cannot. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. You don't have to do anything, my loves. Just breathe that in. You don't have to do anything. Did I not say that the universe had that handled? Okay, handled. There's nothing for you to do except be in that place of childhood receptivity and just go moment to moment. And I keep hearing walking in blind faith, much like this horse, poor little horse that, doesn't have any sight here. Moving forward in blind faith. I am so completely obsessed with this. Yeah. Oh, they're bringing something up. Very cool. Okay. So, I believe it's the Egyptians, that there's this whole deal of, when you pass over, you're presented with a scale and your heart goes on one of the scales and then a feather on the other. And if your heart is lighter, right? If your deeds are lighter, than the feather, then you're good, right? Like that type of deal, right? But if it's heavier than the feather, it's like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know, right? This very much feels like I'm telling you, it's not about you having to look at yourself and go, well, where did I go wrong in this? Or how was this really, really feels like this was an injustice that was done to you or around you. In whatever context this is, and the universe is working this out and balancing these scales. Also, the dove here represents divine love and messengers from the divine, right? Again, with this magic. Try to cut yourself a big break here Don't even think about how to right this wrong. It's not up to you. Let the universe handle it. The universe has a beautiful way of handling it, right? Fairness is always achieved in some way. What do we like to say? Karma's a B, right? That's what this is here. I'm so obsessed with this for you. Okay. My lovely Pisceans, I so hope that this was of help and resonated with ya. If it wasn't, it did, please let me know in the comments below. I would just love that. And mostly just thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here and for watching this, but mostly just thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.